Hi, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. Today, my guest is Robby Maschhaupt. He is the founder and president of Operation Wake Surf. It's a nonprofit in the Carolinas. Oh, I should probably, is that what that means? I got to do that. Welcome, Robby.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm excited to have you. I learned about your nonprofit through a friend, and I said, I have to talk to this guy. Tell folks what you're doing to help those who serve others.
Well, we run a nonprofit. It's called Operation Wake Surf. We share our passion for water sports with the men and women who protect our communities and our country.
I love that. Tell me about the experience that they get when you take them out on the boat.
So typically we take 5 heroes that don't know each other, and we just take them wake surfing. Wake surfing is similar to surfing out in the ocean, but this is obviously a man-made wave. Take out 5 heroes that don't know each other, and organically, a lot of times they'll talk about their scars, and we give them an opportunity to share that with somebody who knows what that scar feels like, and organically they have somebody to talk to.
Yeah, it really is a lot more than just wake surfing. It's about a healing experience as well, isn't it?
It is, and I am not smart enough to have put that together when I started this thing. I didn't have a business plan. I didn't write it down on a napkin. It all happened organically. I just wanted to take heroes out surfing to pay it forward to our heroes. And organically, that's what happened. And it is unbelievable how many heroes have shed tears on our boat. It's sad, actually, but it's very fulfilling.
I was going to say, describe what it's like when that happens and how that moves you personally to know you're doing something for these men and women who have sacrificed so much for their communities.
I mean, it breaks your heart. I had no idea. I had no idea how bad it was. I mean, we're talking dispatchers. I didn't know dispatchers, linemen, EMTs, paramedics. I really thought it was police officers in our armed forces, but it goes much deeper than that. It's troubling. And it's amazing, and I'm very grateful that there are many people out there that are doing great things for our heroes. You know, not just us.
Right. They see a lot. They hear a lot. The dispatchers hear it. The paramedics see it. The officers see it, hear it, all of it. Our veterans, our military folks, they are immersed in a lot of trauma and tragedy. So it's wonderful for them to break free from all of that and have that opportunity with you. Tell folks exactly where you're doing this wake surf operation. You're in the Carolinas. Tell them where you're located, and tell them how you get people from all over the country coming to you for this experience.
Well, we're based here on Lake Norman, North Carolina, but we do travel across the country. Last year, we drove 25,000 miles across the country. We did 23 events in 13 states and pulled 324 heroes. So we are nationwide, but we are home based here. We've been doing it as not really a for-profit company since 2008, but we've been doing it by ourselves since 2008. As a nonprofit since 2020, just to pay it forward to our heroes. And since 2020, we've been doing it as a nonprofit. Again, it's very rewarding.
No doubt. I can see that. So I have to ask the question, how did it even all come about? How does one start? You have boats. I know you have a background also in NASCAR. So how did this all come to fruition?
My dad was an immigrant from Indonesia, and at 12 years old, his dream at 12 years old, I mean, he literally slept on dirt. And at 12 years old, he didn't have shoes. His dream was to come to the United States of America and own a pair of Levi 501 jeans and eat a banana split on the beach. And he knew that our armed forces kept America great and that our first responders keep our communities safe. and that was a dream for him to come here. He was the American dream, and it was instilled in me that America is great. And being in NASCAR, when you're on the grid and they play the national anthem, it sends chills down your spine, and you get to see our armed forces and then I just had an opportunity to pay it forward. Like I said, I didn't have a dream to do this. It just happened organically, and very fortunate to be able to do it. And I lost my dad in 2020. I know how proud he is of what we're doing and who we're doing it for.
Yeah, I love that story. And I love how you have his values and the love that we have for the country in which we live, because we truly are a blessed country, even though sometimes we want to see that things aren't so good, but things are good. And you are the good, Robby, in what you're doing. So talk a little bit about what you see in the future for this nonprofit, things that you want to do, any plans to expand?
To be honest with you, I don't want to be big. I want to be great. I don't want to forget where we came from. All of our events are small and impactful. Our biggest events are 10 heroes, 5 per boat. We have 2 boats. So we do 5 heroes on one boat in the morning and 5 in the other. And then at lunchtime, we switch so that the 5 heroes are with a different crew. So that everybody gets to know each other. And 10 years from now, I don't want to go and bump into somebody and they go, hey, I was at one of your events in 2023, and I want to be able to remember that person.
Yeah.
Funds are difficult to come by. Begging for money is the toughest thing that we do, for sure, besides hearing the stories from our heroes. But begging for money, especially this year, it's been very trying. We're way behind this year for some reason. But begging for money is difficult. And it's not that I want a lot of funds, but I want those resources. I know a police officer that rode with a young man in Portland, Oregon. He rode with him in the ambulance because he didn't want him to die alone. And police officers, that he could have punched out and went and tucked his own son into bed, but he rode with this young man, Bobby. And I want to call him up and say, Officer Smith, you don't know me, but I know you. And I want to fly you and your family out here to North Carolina, put you up in a house and take you out wake surfing. And if he says, we're allergic to water, right? Let's just say, then what do you like to do? We like to hike. Then I want to get them a house in the Sequoia National Forest and send them hiking and say, thank you for your service, just so that we have the resources to do things like that.
And the best way for folks to help you financially, would that be through your website to learn more about you?
Yes, they can go on to operationwake.surf. There is no .com. It's operationwake.surf, and there's a donate button there. And we would really appreciate donations.
I think some folks don't realize that are fortunate enough to be able to go out and get on a boat or do whatever, go hiking or, whatever the adventure may be. But when you provide an opportunity for someone who may not have it, may not have the time to do it, the resources that is giving back to their community, this truly is very special what you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't keep doing it because it makes a difference in their lives.
It absolutely does. Originally, I just wanted to take people out wake surfing. Unfortunately, I don't believe that our heroes make unbelievable living, right? They're not making $250,000 a year to protect our country or our communities. Yeah. So I'm fortunate to have the resources and the companies behind us that provide us with those assets. So we wanted to take them out so they can enjoy those with us. But it does cost a lot to pay it forward. Yeah. We have a couple of people that said, why don't we just do it here? And we'd be able to have the resources to do it here. What we want to do is be able to plant seeds across the country to be able to do what we've done here across the country. Okay. And we're very fortunate that we've been able to do that with 24 entities across the country that are doing similar things to what we're doing here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Well, I love the passion that you have for these individuals, your giving spirit, and I know that you will continue to be blessed for what you're doing. As we wrap things up, any final thoughts?
People ask me all the time what they can do, right? They thank me, and it takes a huge village to be able to do what we do. Folks like yourself that are helping us share our passion, right, for what we're doing. You know, it takes a huge village to do what we do. Thank somebody. It doesn't cost anything to thank somebody. You see somebody that has a Vietnam veteran hat on, or an Afghanistan hat on, or a service member, or police officer or paramedic, just say thank you. You don't have to donate to us. You don't have to say anything about Operation Wake Surf, but just take the time to say thank you. You would not believe how much it would mean to them.
I agree 100%. I personally try to do that. And just through my platform, it's not for the money or the glory or just attention. It's because I want to use my voice to share people's messages like the one that you have with Operation Wake Surf, because there are so many people doing some wonderful things. And there are so many people, hardworking individuals that really care about the community, doing some things that you and I probably wouldn't want to do. So we do need to thank them. And I agree that you're exactly on point. Thank someone, tell them thank you. So I'm going to do that right now. And thank you for your time, for sharing Operation Wake Surf with me and my audience, being able to hear what you're doing. So hopefully this will plant a seed too as we share the message. Robby, thank you so much.
Thank you. Together we can make a difference. Thank you very, very much.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just as a reminder, if you want to learn more about Operation Wake Surf, go to operationwake.surf, correct?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Folks, that will do it for this edition of Conversations with Nicole. Until I see you again, I hope you have a great day. Thanks, Robby.
Thank you.